century. And that leadership depends on a well-educated, highly skilled workforce. We know, for example, that in the coming years, jobs requiring at least an associate's degree are going to grow twice as fast as jobs that don't require college. We will not fill those jobs or keep those jobs on our shores without community colleges. So it was no surprise when one of the main recommendations of my Economic Advisory Board, who I met with yesterday, was to expand education and job training. These are executives from some of America's top companies. Their businesses need a steady supply of people who can step into jobs involving a lot of technical knowledge and skill. They understand the importance of making sure we're preparing folks for the jobs of the future. In fact, throughout our history, whenever we faced economic challenges, we've responded by seeking new ways to harness the talents of our people. And that's one of the primary reasons that we have prospered. In the 19th century, we built public schools and land-grant colleges, transforming not just education, but our entire economy. In the 20th century, we passed the GI Bill and invested in math and science, helping to unleash a wave of innovation that helped to forge the great American middle class. But in recent years, we failed to live up to this legacy, especially in higher education. In just a decade, we've fallen from first to ninth in the proportion of young people with college degrees. That not only represents a huge waste of potential, in the global marketplace, it represents a threat to our position as the world's leading economy. As far as I'm concerned, America does not play for second place, and we certainly don't play for ninth. So I've set a goal. By 2020, America will once again lead the world in producing college graduates. And I believe community colleges will play a huge part in meeting this goal by producing an additional 5 million degrees and certificates in the next 10 years. That's why last year I launched the American Graduation Initiative. I promised that we would end wasteful subsidies to big banks for student loans and instead use that money to make college more affordable and to make a historic investment in community colleges. And after a tough fight, we passed those reforms. And today we're using this money toward the interest of higher education in America. And this is helping us modernize community colleges at a critical time because many of these schools are under pressure to cut costs and to cap enrollments and scrap courses even as demand has soared. It's going to make it possible for colleges to better harness technology in the classroom and beyond. And it's going to promote reform as colleges compete for funding by improving graduation rates and matching courses to the needs of local businesses and making sure that when a graduate is handed a diploma, it means that she or he are ready for a career. We're also helping students succeed by making college more affordable. So we've increased student aid by thousands of dollars. We've simplified the loan application process. And we're making it easier for students to pay back their loans by limiting payments to 10% of their income. But reaching the 2020 goal that I've set is not just going to depend on government. It also depends on educators and students doing their part, and it depends on businesses and non-for-profits working with colleges to connect students with jobs. So that's why we're holding this summit. That's why I'm asking my Economic Advisory Board to reach out to employers across the country and come up with new ways for businesses and community colleges to work together. Based on this call to action, yesterday we announced a new partnership called Skills for America's Future. And the idea is simple. Businesses and community colleges work together to match the work in the classroom with the needs of the boardroom. And already businesses from PG&E to UTC to the Gap have announced their support, as have business leaders like my friend Penny Pritzker and the Aspen Institute's Walter Isaacson. And I hope that the companies, schools, and nonprofits that all of you lead will take part. Today, we can also announce the Gates Foundation is starting a new 5-year initiative to raise community college graduation rates. This is critically important because more than half of those who enter community colleges fail to either earn a 2-year degree or transfer to earn a 4-year degree. So we want to thank Melinda Gates, who's here, for that terrific contribution. And the Aspen Institute and several leading foundations are launching a competitive prize for community college excellence.